I will say that your performance between playing Portia and playing two amazing because I could tell by the way she was standing which one was which.
Oh, thank you.
That's when it's good.
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
So what went into preparing to break that apart, and what traits did you decide to give one versus the other?
Oh, thank you so much. I really believe in body language, and I think that is how people should know who you are. People should know who you are the second you walk into a room. That's very nice. Thank you for picking up on that. I think everything that's motivated Two's impulses has a lot to do with what I imagine her past to be, and I imagine it to be quite dark and probably sexual. She escaped by killing a ton of people. She escaped that medical facility, and we see her in an alleyway completely distraught and lost and broken. And she goes from that person to somehow completely governing a ship and kicking off the mercenaries who were in control of it. And in my mind, when a woman has absolutely nothing at her disposal with regards to tools, she had nothing, she was in scrubs. How does that woman get there? She uses everything at her disposal, and she didn't have a lot at her disposal. So, you know, as unfortunate as that is to think about as a woman, I try to be rational about it. And if you're going to be kicking off a bunch of mercenaries who are confident alpha males, she's connected some dots, and she knows how to take advantage of them. So that's kind of why Portia is the way she is. And I think as fun as it is to see a sensual woman, there's a very dark history that's underneath all of that. Outside of that, it's a lot of fun to play, man. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of gross usually, but a lot of fun. Yeah.
Speaking of dark characters, Alex, you bad guys really have way more fun? Are you liking that aspect of your character?
Using the tag.
Honestly, as Alex, I will say no. They do Rio has not been having more fun. It's super stressful, and he's been pointing fingers more than kicking and slicing and punching, you know, and a lot of blaming. I feel like 4 was more accountable for his decisions, and I feel like he was more confident in making his choices, and being more confident in his comrades versus Rio, who you'd think he'd have that confidence to exude with the memories and everything, but now it's just he's constantly questioning, and it's super stressful for him, and I think I don't feel like he's a great leader.
Do you think he's finding it more complicated to lead than he
Absolutely.
remembered?
Absolutely. He's trying to be, how I played it is he was trying to fill his father's shoes, but what he didn't realize was the times were different from when his father was leading, and he didn't really have his father to teach him how to lead as his father did, because a lot of it was Ted teaching him, and then eventually he had to run away and then hang out with the Raza crew and lose his memories along the way. But I'll tell you what, it is fun to smile because I'm a smiley guy naturally, so it's just been fun to smile and to talk a little bit instead of just kicking and punching all the time.
You've got that evil grin down though, man. You really have that evil grin down. It scares me to look at it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Well, I just feel like, you just take my smile, chin down, there's the evil grin with a shadow. There you go. So, yeah.
I was about to say, the thing I really liked 4 was great. I mean, you might complain about the sword fighting. It was awesome.
Oh, no, I loved it.
It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And what I've been struggling to understand is everyone told us that Thor was a really good guy, or Rio was a really good guy before he lost his memory. What is going on? I'm very frustrated with this.
No, I don't blame you.
I don't see it like that, though.
Okay, go. Yeah, please, go.
But I don't see it like that. I see that when Rio's integrated back into the body of who we came to know as Thor, I always saw his actions as he's a loyalist to his nation, to his people, and I think that his sense of duty and his sense of shame, and I think that's why he's constantly questioning himself, because I think with Asian cultures, shame is such a huge contingent of what we're working with, and I'm happy I'm allowed to say that.
But are you? Does that make you Asian enough? Come on.
Half
Story of my
allowed
life,
anyway.
story of my
right?
life.
You're only half allowed.
I know.
Jeez, hashtag white.
But
No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
I don't ever feel like he's, because if you take it from a citizen of the people of Zion, that he betrayed them when he ran away, as far as they were concerned. So I think if anything, he's displaying his true loyal nature in returning to his people and understanding his duty, despite the fact that he had created a new family with these people and that he had created this love. His sense of shame and duty is so strong that it lies with a bunch of strangers simply because of the nepotism that's there that he respects because he grew up with it. You know what I mean? That's kind of always been my take on that stuff. And it's always been interesting to me that people, it's because it's the way we color it on the show, right? Because the Raza crew, they're the central characters, so anyone that goes against them, they're the bad guys. But he's actually like just doing what he was supposed to do from birth.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know. She's like, whatever. It's not 4 though.
Yeah, no. It's just the truth, and that's exactly not exactly what I was gonna say, but but there are certain aspects of Rio, the Rio that people know right now, that don't understand that it's not just Rio. I didn't turn into Rio. I'm a hybrid. Or this new character, it's a brand new character. It's a hybrid of 4 with Rio, because I have 4's memories. So that's why he doesn't just go out and kill the Raza, although he does have an emotional moment where he's just like, hey guys, mercenaries, kill them, take them out, done. But he is a hybrid of 4 and Rio, and he does have that love for the Raza, and I use that love word very loosely. Because at any point I could send an armada and take them out.
Says him.
You and what blink? I once had the blink drive.
Okay, stay
with
focused,
Armada.
stay focused.
I was just gonna go ahead and debate. Yeah, lost my train of thought. There it goes, right there. There it goes. There it goes. No, it's okay. But yeah, no. In Rio's eyes, I'm gonna call him Foreo Cookie. In Foreo Cookie's eyes, he's doing the right thing by the only person he has always wanted to make proud, and that was his father. Because that's where his storyline foundation is it was a murder of his father and what his father meant to him and his people. And he's just doing his best to fulfill his father's shoes. So through 4/Rio's eyes, he's trying to be a hero and trying his best to do that.
Behind the scenes, who's the biggest prankster on the set? If there is one.
I'm the most childish on the set. I don't know about prankster.
Yeah, Roger's kind of cheeky.
Roger's cheeky.
Roger's pretty cheeky.
Roger's cheeky.
It's funny, like, why, may I ask you a question? Why is that the question? People always want to know who's a prankster. Is, like, pranking really big on other shows?
On some shows, yes, it's very big.
Oh, like you know what's crazy? I know,
But it's just fun.
But it's nuts because I'm
offended by that.
What do you mean?
Don't question the question of the prankster. It's fun, man. Can we?
But like I guess on our show it's like we're usually shooting in the thick of winter and we're always in the dark. We arrive to work when it's dark. We don't do night shoots, so we don't even have days. So we like arrive at nighttime. We shoot inside all the time, so it's just black. And you'd think that we'd engage in more pranking if only to infuse our lives with a bit of levity. But maybe we should do that next year. Maybe we should have a goal to like one prank a week.
That just removes the pranking syndrome.
Well, no wonder you guys fight so much on the show. You never see the sign.
We don't have enough
I'm so
vitamin D.
type A, like structure the pranking.
The point of it is people want to believe that the actors and the crew are really tight and really good friends.
Oh, we are.
And so the pranking kind of
adds to
That's,
that.
that's like the proof.
Yeah. Our proof in the pudding is more if we could, and maybe we should do it this year, like just start Instagram living some of our chats. We have incredible chats. To
Yes.
me, I find them incredible.
They are
But we're
very
always like, yeah, we're having debates, we're talking about current events. Sometimes we're talking about boring things that aren't boring to us, but we're talking about like real estate and stuff. But we're so tight. We're like a family in the truest sense. And I've been to other sets, and it always surprises me because it's the only family house with regards to television that I've known. But all the other sets I visit,
So separated.
the other casts don't engage with each other the way that we do, and it's not a knock. It's that we sit in our chairs and then we're like, "Hey, so did you see that thing on the news?" And well, I don't really believe that. I think the blah, blah, blah. And it just goes on. Like we'll do it just to be devil's advocate to get in each other's brain and provoke a response. You know, so yeah, we do that more than we do pranks.
If you want proof, you know who needs to be interviewed? Our first ADs. Because we get in trouble from them.
Let's go, guys.
All
On set.
the time.
And what should we do?
Yeah.
We don't respond to calls to sit in front.
And Melissa has made the joke, but I think it's a real thing. Yeah, no, you've made this joke where you think that they've separated us in the story because we can't be in the same room together and shoot on time.
No, but I think that's true.
Oh, you think it's true?
I think it's true. That's not a joke.
Oh,
I think that.
okay.
Have you noticed that in the second and third season, you don't see the entire cast in the mess as much as I'm convinced that they stopped doing that because if you have the entire cast in the mess, we are a hot mess.
Yeah.
We're a lot of fun if you're just filming us talking, but if you want us to like do the scene, we're probably busy talking about some other stuff.
But we remember our lines. We always know our lines. We're always good.
Wow.
Maybe speak for yourself.
I'm not speaking for myself right now, Alex Mallari Jr.
Oh,
We
what
always know
line?
our lines.
What,
We always know our
what
lines.
lines did I have in the first two
That's what I'm
seasons?
saying.
Well, listen, a question that's been coming up since season 1. You're a singer. Everybody's asking, is there a musical episode? Will there be a musical episode? 304 was the closest we got to one. Was there any frustration that you couldn't sing in that episode?
No, I know I'm like a former Canadian Idol winner and I have an album out, but well, why didn't you? Wait, can you sing at the panel?
Oh God. I had a little bit of FOMO, but I also recognize and respect that Joe has heard me when I said I don't want to sing. Now is that to say I don't want any incarnation of a character that might have a face that looks like mine to not sing? Not necessarily, because I really did have FOMO when that happened. I was like, oh, they're singing, and I just kind of walk in and.
The first thing I thought, Melissa's not singing.
Yeah, but I really believe that the context has to be right. Like if I'm singing a lullaby or something, I don't know. But the story has to be correct around that happening. Only because I would hate to just like stick it in there for the sake of being like, oh, she can sing. Just put it in.
2 goes all aerial on everyone.
2 is like. Yeah, but in what situation does 2 sing? That's the only thing. Like I
Maybe you're,
wanted
like,
to be in
looking
line
at-
with who the character is. My mom had a good solution because she wants me to sing so bad. She was like, "It's simple. You go undercover." Sorry, I'm doing my mom's like voice. Oh my god. Sorry, mom. I love you, mom.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Apparently you don't.
But she was saying all you gotta do is go undercover and then go and be in a costume, and she's like, and you have to be singing inside of a bar so you can catch the guy who owns the bar, and then you're singing, and then you fight and you kill everyone, and then you suck.
You need to get her on the show then.
I know.
Write that in.
My mom has
that
great
would be
ideas.
That would be awesome.
Anyway.
Very good. Because it beats my idea of, hey, look, there's a bunch of GAC 5s in here to answer your questions, and you're just like, look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think of the girl who has
What?
everything? I can really go on. I love that song so much.